Hey guys, welcome back. It's S Walker here, and as you can see, I am so close to the Master League. I am going to push it to the 1000 trophy mark and enter the Master League. That's what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to be using a variety of decks, as you can see. And yeah, this is going to be 3 wins. I'm going to need 3 wins to do this. I'm going to do it on record. I might win some matches, I might lose some matches, but it's all going to be live with you guys as spectators. So let's get right into it. This is how I'm going to start with the Shield Maiden deck, and I'm also going to explain the thoughts, how do I play this deck and what things go through my mind. Why do I make certain decisions? So the reason I played Musketeer is because it's really good on the supercharging tile, and I'm going to put Shield Maiden in front because my opponent knows I'm going to put something, so he might put something. As you can see, my opponent placed a Spear Goblin and it tanked for the Musketeer. Now unfortunately the Archer knocked out the Wizard, which was unfortunate, so I'm not going to win this first round most likely. And the Royal Champion also manages to knock out the Musketeer, which was unfortunate, but it's no problem because we still have 3 more rounds. We have at least 2 more rounds to go. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a Shield Maiden to tank. I'm also going to put a Valkyrie and a Barbarian, and I am going to give the Barbarian this upgrade. Now this is one of the strongest upgrades that a Barbarian can get because it's so strong that 1 extra damage makes a huge difference, and it really is a game changer. Now unfortunately my opponent actually placed the Spear Goblin there, and that was not good. Now the Miner is actually wrecking both my it wrecked the Wizard as well as the Musketeer, which was unfortunate, but we still have 1 more round to go, and hopefully we can make a comeback in this round. I'm going to play it like this. I'm actually going to shift a little. I'm going to play a Spear Goblin on this tile, anticipating, actually I'm going to play it on this completely opposite tile, anticipating a Archer there. And I am actually going to, I need to upgrade this. I'm actually going to play it like this. Hopefully my opponent puts the Archer there and my Spear Goblin is able to knock out. Yes, as you can see, I predicted perfectly. And now that, okay, my opponent has a level 3 Miner, which is not the it is not the best, but as you can see, we are able to win it because of my perfect placement of the Spear Goblin. This is one of the strongest points about the Spear Goblin. If you actually manage to get value out of this, it's really strong. I'm actually going to stagger this here. This is how I'm going to play. Since my opponent is constantly putting the Spear Goblin back, I'm going to change the position. I'm going to play Barbarian completely this side. So going to put it 1 tile back so that the enemy troops target the Shield Maiden and not my Valkyrie. As you can see, my opponent completely misses the Spear Goblin, but so do I, so it's not the best. As you can see, the Valkyrie gets rid of the knight, and my Barbarian will take care of the Miner with ease. So the only reason you actually have a Musketeer in this deck is to give it the 3rd and the final upgrade. That is the most crucial part. As you can see, I am going to be giving this upgrades, and I am also going to, I'm going to give this Spear Throw. And actually I'm going to play it like on the flank, and I'm going to give Musketeer, actually I'm going to play it here so that if the Miner comes, it will target the Spear Goblin. The Miner always targets the troops which are on the side instead of the troops which are on the front. Now this is the strongest part about the Musketeer, where it hits 1 extra target. As you can see, I am easily able to win. Even though I lost the first 2 rounds, I was easily able to make a comeback because this is a very flexible deck. It works as both, even to win quick matches and even in the long term. You want to give Wizard the 2-star upgrades where it deals 2 damage over time, and you also want to give it the range if possible. But if you are against anything that heals, like a Countess, Battle Healer, Healing Ranger, even Barbarian King, you want to give the Wizard the 3rd upgrade where it prevents enemy healing. With Spear Goblin, you want to give it the 1st upgrade where it deals 3 extra damage. You may or may not give, like the other 2 upgrades aren't necessary with the Spear Goblin. You can instead give Wizard all the 3 upgrades. With Valkyrie, you want to give it the 2nd upgrade where it heals 6 HP over 3 seconds when defeating an enemy. That's a very important upgrade, and it comes in clutch a lot of the time. This ability also allows Valkyrie to keep chaining this ability by destroying enemy after enemy. With the Musketeer, you only want to give the final upgrade. That's it. That's all you want. You don't want to give the first two upgrades. They are not good at all. With Barbarian also, you don't want to give the first upgrade, although you can, but your Barbarian most of the time is not going to survive long enough for that rage to stack to give value. So you want to give the second and the third upgrade. Now let's get on to the next deck. And as you know, Monk is probably one of the weakest heroes in the game, and it's in a bad spot in the game. That's all I'm gonna say. It's not the strongest, and I'm still playing it in Diamond League, so where I often face over-leveled enemies. As you can see, I am against another Monk, so it's probably not going to be that bad. And I am also going to give, this is a very useful upgrade for Miner regardless of what your opponent plays. So I am going to give this because this is a flexible upgrade in the long term especially. So that's why I am going to give the Miner the second upgrade first. Now ideally you can also give the first upgrade. The first upgrade is also good, there is no doubt about that. As you can see, my Monk is able to strike first and my Miner gets a speed boost. In this scenario, the Miner would have benefited by no means with the backstab upgrade because it was attacking my archer from the side. Now I am constantly getting electric tile at the back, which is not ideal. You typically don't want that. I'm also going to play a Barbarian here, and I actually have a Musketeer. I wish I would have gotten that earlier. I probably would not have played Prince, maybe. As you can see, I completely knock out. Now my opponent has a trash upgrade on the Valkyrie. That is a completely unnecessary and useless upgrade, especially on a Valkyrie. It's of no use. And as you can see, this is going to be an easy win. We are probably not even going to make it to round 4. Let's see how my opponent plays in the next round. I am going to still play the Prince at the same tile. Now you ideally want to play the Prince in front of the enemy tile so that it knocks out whatever tank comes in the way. And I am actually going to give this upgrade just for fun. Who knows, it might be fun if we last one more round. It's going to make for more content for me. So yeah, now my opponent completely left that lane empty, so yeah, as you can see, hopefully my Monk strikes first, so that was very lucky on me. My Barbarian also knocks out the Dart Goblin, so yeah, as you can see, we won a clear 3-0 in this game. And this was probably because my opponent was using a Monk, and Monk is not the strongest hero. In fact, it's one of the weakest. I really don't, yeah, it's probably the weakest in the game. All the other 5 heroes are better than the Monk. Monk is not good competitively, especially when it's under level. I have a level 4 Monk. So yeah, it's really not good. Now I'll play this final deck. I've made a lot of videos on this deck. You probably should know the strategy of this deck by now, but even if you don't worry, I will still go over the strategy. Actually, you know what, I'm not going to play this deck. I'm going to continue with this Monk deck only, just to show you how good the synergy of this deck is. So I'm going to leave the middle lane empty. I'm going to play a wizard, and I'm going to give this upgrade where it deals damage over time. This upgrade wizard ability is one of the strongest, and it's the most versatile upgrade. You can never go wrong with this upgrade. That's how good it is. Now my opponent does miss the spear goblin, so that's great. Hopefully my Monk will get rid of the Barbarian King ASAP, and as you can see, my Barbarian should be able to take care of the Monk. And yeah, I just barely managed to lose this one. This just goes on to show you how strong the Barbarian King is. Now the Barbarian King is also no joke, it's also very strong. I'm going to play a Musketeer at the back, and I'm going to play, I'm thinking of, should I give the, no, actually no, this is fine. I'm going to completely switch the Barbarian on this other side. I'm actually going to do this. This is how I'm going to play. I'm going to completely shift it on this side, anticipating that my opponent is going to change the mind. It does, and it also knocks out my wizard, which was not great. Now my Miner does knock out the, it actually does not knock out the spear goblin. So yeah, this is okay. I'm probably going to lose this match. I don't see myself winning this match. At least I am going to have to dump some things if I want to win. I'm going to give this match. I am actually going to shift it to this side. And I'm actually going to dump this. I'm going to give the barbarian, and I'm going to give this upgrade to the miner, and hopefully I'm going to win. Now let's see what happens. My monk takes a hit, which is again unfortunate, but hopefully we might be able to win this one. But okay, we lose 3-0. This is just, it's probably because I was playing monk, which is not the greatest hero. In fact, it's one of the weakest currently at present. So I still need to win one match to hit the Master League. So actually I'm going to go to the Countess deck again, because I don't want this video to be very long. And yeah, this is one of the strongest decks. So I'm going to play. Looks like I am against the same opponent again. Interesting. This is interesting. So I'm going to play a wizard. I'm going to play a battle healer and a countess. I'm actually going to hide countess behind the battle healer so that it does not go and absorb that spear, goblin spear. I'm actually not even sure if this is the same opponent or not. So my wizard is going to get wrecked very soon. Hopefully my countess deals with the prince ASAP. My battle healer heals again, which is great. The countess teleports. It would have been better if my countess would have healed, if the battle healer would have healed one more time, but it's no problem. I'm actually not sure if I'm playing the same opponent or not. I'll assume that I'm not playing the same opponent. I'm going to switch it like here, and I'm also going to stagger the mini P.E.K.K.A like this. I'm going to play the wizard behind the mini P.E.K.K.A. Actually no, I will not. I'll keep it like this only. Yeah, this is how I'm going to go about this. I probably could have played the countess a little ahead. As you can see, the prince knocks out. The reason you want to play you kind of want to play it like this is because if the prince attacks your tank, it only knocks it to the third lane and not the final one. And as you can see, my counter ace teleports and heals, which is very great. And this is one of the strongest for this is because your counters, it just flies across the board. Now as you can see, the prince knocked my giant skeleton and it still reached the third lane only, this part. If I would have kept my wizard on the third tile, then it would not have. It would have gone to the back directly. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to increase the damage and I'm going to play it like this. I will try to keep the battle here. Now if my thinking is correct, my opponent should actually give the upgrade to the wizard where it prevents my countess from healing. That is what my opponent should be going for. But as you can see, my countess survives. The giant skeleton bomb will be the death of my opponent. And let's see if my battle healer can... Actually, my battle healer only had to destroy that barbarian. If the battle healer would have defeated the barbarian, it would have been easy win. But unfortunately, it was not able to. So yeah, that was a little unfortunate. But I'm going to... Yeah, this is the game plan that I'm going to go with. I'm actually going to play everything on this side, anticipating that my opponent is not going to switch. If my opponent switches, I'm probably going to lose this round as well. And luckily my opponent actually did not switch, which makes it easier for me. My battle healer, he was able to heal my P.E.K.K.A, which was so much better and fortunate for me. Now my countess will teleport here and it will win the match for me. And with this, now we have hit the Master League. We are at the 1000 trophies. And a fun fact is I am actually at exact 1000 trophies right now. As you can see, we have advanced into the Master League. And very soon I am going to hit the Grandmaster as well as the Legendary League. Now in case you are wondering for some reason why my heroes are so underleveled, is because I have completed this progression league and there is actually no way for me to currently get more hero tokens to upgrade my heroes. So that's why until the new update comes, I am kind of stuck with these hero levels. What you can see on the screen, this is permanent until the next update. Now I can technically buy more hero tokens for gems, but it's a waste, it's not worth it. So I'm not going to do it and I'm going to play as an underleveled person. That's what I'm going to do. As you can see, I am at the exact 1000 trophies. Now my next video is probably going to be, I will be showing you the in-depth strategy of these 3 decks and how to use it, because this is practically all the 3 decks that I have used to complete the Diamond League and advance into the Master League. And yeah, you can also use all the 3 decks that I showed in the how to complete Gold League video. All those 3 decks are also very good. You can also use them. but these are, if you don't want to use those series, if you want to say, let's say you want to use a shield maiden or a monk, these are the decks that you can go with. And I will also make a video covering the in-depth strategy of these two decks. So yeah guys, that's all for it today, and I'll see you next time.